Hi guys, my name's Stefan and this is Dani, and we're just going to go through a beginner's flow session with you today. So grab your mat and we are going to start. Feet underneath the hips for me. We're going to have a slight bend in the knees. I'm going to take a nice deep inhale here, and then on the exhale we're slowly going to start to roll the spine down and towards the ground, reaching the fingertips long and away from you. Let the head hang towards the floor. We take a nice deep inhale there, and then we'll slowly start to roll that spine up all the way, and we're going to finish up nice and tall. Let's do 2 more like that, and we're going to tuck the chin and we'll gently roll the spine down, keeping the roundness in the spine, keeping the fingertips reaching away. And now on the way up, you're going to tuck your tail underneath you and you're going to slowly start to roll all the way up. Good, and 1 more. Let's tuck the chin to the chest on the exhale, and we slowly roll that spine all the way down. Good, we hold it here for a breath, and then we'll slowly start to unravel the spine, tucking the tail all the way underneath you, and we stand up nice and tall. Good work, and now we'll slowly just make our way onto our backs, onto our mats. Good, so you're going to rest your feet onto the floor, so feet are planted about a fist width apart, arms are relaxed by the side. We're going to start and finish in this neutral pelvis. We take a breath here, and then on the exhale we're going to tuck the tail for me, and we're going to start to roll the hips up towards the ceiling, lifting nice and high but keeping the tuck in the tail. And then from there we're going to slowly unravel vertebra for vertebra all the way down, and we finish in neutral. Good, we take a breath there, and we tuck the tail first and we start to roll the hips up. We hold it there, and then we slowly come back down vertebra by vertebra all the way through, and we finish in neutral. Nice. We take a breath and we exhale to tuck the tail, and we slowly start to roll the hips up. We hold it here for a breath, and then we slowly come back down all the way, and we finish in neutral. Let's do 3 more. And let's tuck the tail for me, and we start to roll those hips up, keeping the tuck in the tail, keeping the abdominals drawn in. We hold it here, and then we slowly roll down, and you almost feel like you're pulling mud off your heels towards your bum so that those hamstrings engage even more. Let's do 2 more, and we're going to tuck the tail, and we start to press those hips up, but keeping that tuck in the tail. We hold it here, and then we slowly come back down all the way, and we finish in neutral. And now last one, we're going to tuck the tail for me, and we roll those hips up, 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 up. We hold it there for a breath, and then we slowly come back down, each vertebra hitting the mat one at a time, and we'll finish back in our neutral pelvis. So you're going to stay in this nice neutral pelvis for me. I'm going to take the arms out into a T position. Palms are facing up. I'm going to set the shoulder blades wide across the back and trying to keep the backs of the hands on the floor. Let's bring the right leg up to tabletop for me, and then the left leg up to tabletop. Legs are stuck together here, and we're going to take the legs over to the right hand side, and we pull it back to center for me. And we go over to the left, and we bring it back to center. Good, and over to the right, and you pull it in. Keep drawing the abdominals in, relax the shoulders. We go over to the left, and we bring it in, and we go over to the right, knees stuck together, and we pull it back, and let's go over to the left, and we bring it in. Nice work. And last 2, we're going to go over to the right, and we pull it back, and last one, we go over to the left, and we'll come all the way back for me. We're going to lower the right foot onto the floor, lower the left foot onto the floor, and we'll bring the hands back next to your sides, relaxing the neck and shoulders. We'll bring the right leg up into a tabletop position for me. And now keeping the leg in that same position, you're going to lower the leg down towards the ground, tap the toe for me, and we lift back up to tabletop. Now just keep moving through this range of motion, keeping the pelvis nice and stable, and drawing the abdominals in towards the spine. So we just keep moving through this range, tapping the toe, and then lifting into that tabletop with control. Keep drawing the rib cage and the sternum down. And let's do 2 more. And last one. And let's lower that right foot onto the floor, and then we'll slowly bring the left leg into tabletop. Good, and then we lower the leg, and we lift. Good, and we're just going to keep this nice stability through the movement. So you're trying not to let the hips move from side to side, trying not to let the hips hike up and down, and you're just moving at the same pace, tapping the toe and lifting back up to your tabletop. And let's do 2 more like that. And last one. And let's lower that left foot onto the floor. Good, we're going to keep the neutral pelvis again. We're going to draw the abdominals in. And now let's bring the right leg up into a tabletop position for me again. And now we're going to go into our leg changes. So as you lower the right leg, you're going to start to lift the left leg up into a tabletop. And we'll alternate here. So we just keep tapping the toe and we alternate. So you're switching in mid-air as you move. The abdominals are drawing in, and now they really want to start pushing away from your spine. So keep drawing them in, relaxing the neck and shoulders, and you're just keeping that stability. You'll start to feel those abdominals turn on here. Much more difficult than just the single leg now. And let's do 2 more on each side. And last one on each side. And then we're going to lower one leg, lower the other leg, and we'll keep the legs here for me. We're going to keep the arms by the side, and we're going to keep drawing in the abdominals. And from here, we're just going to do some leg slides. So you're just going to start to straighten the right leg away from you, and we're going to pull it back. And we take the right leg away and bring it back. Okay, let's alternate then. So right leg away, and you bring it back. Good, and we keep moving here. And we go. Keep drawing those abdominals in. And there shouldn't be any pain in the back or anywhere else, so you're just keeping that stability. And last one on each side. And let's bend both legs now for me, and we're going to plant the feet on the floor. Let's just take 3 breaths here before we move again. Good, 2 more. And last one. And we're going to stay in this position. So we're going to go into a leg circle from here, but we're going to do a modified leg circle. So we're going to bring the right leg up into a tabletop position. And for today, we're going to keep this left leg bent, so rather than extending it out on the floor. Now we're going to straighten the right leg towards the ceiling. We're going to flex the foot to the face. And now from here, we're going to take the leg towards the left-hand side, and we circle the leg down and around and back to the top. And we keep moving here, same direction. And we move and catch at the top. So as we move, we're drawing in the abdominals, and we go, and we move, and we'll stop at the top there. Straighten that leg a little bit more if you can. Now we change direction. So to the right, and circle and catch, and we move. And we go, keeping the stability, and we move. And last 2, and last one here. And then we're going to bend this leg to tabletop. We'll lower this leg down onto the ground. We'll bring the other leg up into a tabletop position, and we'll straighten, flex the foot to the face. Now we go to the right, and we circle and catch. And we move. And we go. Good. Keep that stability. Keep the pelvis stable as you move. And last one. And we stay there, work hard with this leg, we change directions, and we circle and catch. And we move. Good work. And last 3. And for 2. And last 1. And we're going to bend the leg, drop the leg down onto the floor. Good work, Dan. Okay, so from there, we're just going to slowly take the legs out all the way onto your mat for me. Now we're going to squash the legs together, and we're going to point the feet. And then we're going to start to take the arms up and overhead for me, all the way over. The palms of the hands are facing one another. And in this position, you're going to draw the rib cage and the sternum down for me. Then from there, we're going to lift the arms towards the ceiling. The head and chest will start to lift. And we're going to roll the spine all the way up into your seated position. You're keeping this nice C curve in this seated position, and then from there we're going to slowly start to roll the spine down, moving one vertebra at a time all the way down. Arms stay low, and then we take the arms up and over. Good. And let's move the arms head and chest, and we're going to roll all the way up. We hold it here, and we slowly unravel all the way down, and we take the arms up and over. Nice work. And let's move arms, head and chest, draw in with the abdominals. We roll that spine up. Keep that C curve looking just past your toes for me in this position. And then we slowly come back down all the way and arms over. And one more. Let's move arms, head and chest, and we're going to come up all the way for me. And then from here, we're just going to flatten out the back at the top. You're going to take your feet as wide as your mat, flex the feet to the face. And then we're going to tuck the chin to the chest, and you're going to roll your spine down and forward, reaching the hands between the feet. We hold it for a breath. And then from there, we're going to slowly unravel the spine, again, vertebra for vertebra, and then you flatten out your back here, relaxing the shoulders. So if this movement is quite tricky for you to stay in this position, you'll just bend your knees slightly so that you can keep a flat back. Otherwise, if you're fine with this position, you'll just keep the legs straight and we keep flexing the feet. Let's tuck the chin to the chest again, and we start to roll the spine down and forward, reaching here on the inhale, and then we exhale to unravel, and we flatten out the back. Good. We take a breath there, and we exhale to tuck the chin, and we slowly roll that spine down and away. Good. Reach a little bit further on that inhale, and then we'll slowly come back up all the way, and we'll flatten out the back. Nice work. Let's do two more. Let's tuck the chin, and we roll that spine down and reach away. Good. We hold it here, and we slowly come back up the other way, working each vertebra one at a time, and we flatten out. Last one. And let's tuck the chin, and we roll the spine down and away. Hold it there for a breath. And then we're going to slowly unravel, and we'll flatten out the back. Good work. We are going to bring the legs together for me. Point the feet. And now we're going to slowly roll yourself all the way down, all the way down, all the way down. Plant your hands next to your sides this time for me. Okay, so we're back on our mats, and we're going to bend the right leg for me, plant the foot, and we'll bend the left leg and we'll plant the foot. Okay, now I'll bring the right leg up to a tabletop position, and then we'll bring the left leg up into a tabletop position. Legs are squashed together so they're active and strong in this position. And now from here, you're going to lift your head and chest, and you're going to grab onto your shins just below the knees. Okay, now bring both hands onto your right shin for me. Keep the chest nice and high. Now you're going to straighten your left leg away, feet are in line with one another. And now we're going to alternate to the other side. And we change, and we change. Good. And we move, and we move. And for 4, and for 3, and for 2, and for 1, and then come back in for me. Stay nice and high, hold onto your shins, help yourself into this position. Okay, now from here, we are going to take your arms overhead. So you're going to shoot your arms overhead for me. So shoot away and swim back around to the start position, hands on the knees. And we shoot arms away and we swim around. Good. And we shoot and around. And for 2 and around. And last one. And around, and hold it here for me, still working hard. So we're almost there. So from here, you're going to bring your hands behind the head, elbows are wide. And now we're going to shoot the legs away for me, and back to your tabletop. And away, and tabletop. Last one, we shoot away, and tabletop. Hug the knees into the chest, rest the head. That was a nice little challenge. Good work, everybody. Just take a few breaths there for me. And just let those abdominals relax. And then when you are ready, you're going to slowly just rock yourself up into a seated position for me. You're going to spin around, and we'll meet in a 4-point kneeling position. So hands are underneath the shoulders and knees are underneath the hips for me. Okay, so keeping this neutral spine, so you're going to try and keep the shoulders wide across the back. And we're just holding this position. Okay, and then you're going to firmly push into the ground for me. And now we're going to take our right foot back and plant the toes. And we're going to take the left leg back and we plant the toes. Good, you're just holding this position. You're staying in this front support or your push-up position. And you're just breathing nice and deeply. If you need to drop in and out of it, that's fine. Otherwise, just try and hold this position for me, drawing the abdominals in, and you're just pressing the ground away from you, working hard into this position. Good, you just keep breathing through it. We're going to hold it for another 2 breaths. And let's lower the knees down onto the ground for me. Okay, and just going to be in this position, just taking just 2 more breaths before we move again. Okay, now we're just going to add on to this front support. So last front support exercise here. So keep this nice neutral spine. You're going to take your right leg back again for me. And then you'll take your left leg back for me. So you're back in our front support position. Holding this position now. And then if you're able to, you're going to bring your right knee just underneath your hips. And then you take it back. And then we change to the left. And you take it back. And we keep alternating. And back. And left. And back. And for 4. And for 3. And last 2. And last 1. And let's lower the knees down to the ground and push yourself back into a press stretch all the way back, bum onto the heels, and just releasing here. Just breathing nice and deeply, getting that breath back. Good, we just keep this position. Just try and force the air down into your belly. Nice deep breaths in and out. And last breath. And then we're going to slowly come out of that for me. And we're going to make our way down onto our tummy, onto our mat. We're just going to finish with 1 little extension. Okay, and then we're going to keep the hands in line with or the fingertips in line with the temple. The elbows are tight into the body. And then the legs are together for me and the toes are pointed. Face is hovering just off the ground and your neck will stay long throughout the movement. From here, we're going to start to lift the head and chest. And you're going to carry on pushing yourself away from the ground, but just go to where your back allows you to go. And then you're going to start to lower back down and the legs will lift up off the ground out the back like a seesaw. And we'll lower the legs and we'll start to lift the head and chest. And we lower back down and the legs lift up off the ground. And we lower the legs and we start to lift the head and chest. And we lower and the legs will lift up out the back. Nice work. We lower the legs and we lift the head and chest. And we'll lower back down and the legs lift out the back. Last one, let's lower the legs and we lift head and chest. And let's lift the legs last time for me. And let's lower the legs down and let's push all the way back into a press stretch, bum onto the heels. And we just release the back here. Good, just hold this position, pushing the bum all the way down onto the heels. And just take 2 more breaths here. Nice deep inhale. And exhale it out. And 1 more. And we exhale. And now from there, we're just going to slowly bring the hands underneath your shoulders for me. And then from here, you're going to start to push yourself up into a down dog or into a pike position. So you're going to push your bum back. So tuck the toes underneath you and you'll push the bum back, back, back. And now you're just pushing the ground away from you again, keeping this back nice and flat. And now let's just slowly start to walk the hands to the feet. Just walking those fingertips to the feet, keeping the roundness in the spine. And now we're going to slowly unravel your spine all the way up, up, up. And we finish nice and tall. We take a breath here. And we'll exhale to tuck the chin. And we roll that spine down and towards the ground. Good, reaching away, we take a nice deep inhale there, and we'll exhale to slowly unravel all the way. And we finish nice and tall. One more, we take a breath there, and we'll exhale to tuck the chin, and we gently roll all the way down and towards the ground. Take a nice deep inhale there, and we'll exhale to slowly unravel all the way to the top. Well done, Danny. Well done, everybody. See you soon.